Hello, everyone. Thank you for the introduction. At today's presentation, we're going to be focusing on interactive TV platform produced by Beenius. Now, since most of you probably don't know much about Beenius, let me just start with short intro of yeah, short introduction about Beenius as a company. We've been in business since 2007 as a small IPTV department in the system integrators company. Started off with 5 employees and naturally grow to 50 employees in 2016. We've been basically pioneering the IPTV sphere for the past 9 years. So we're going to have 10th anniversary next year, starting off with or one of the first companies introducing SVG software graphics interface that really speed up the whole IPTV process and user interface back in 2008. Now, these days, we are well known for our Android platform, which I will be focusing on a little bit later on. So we have the full system integration knowledge. We're not just a software company. We have the knowledge in-house, so we do end-to-end system integration solutions, which nowadays we believe is very important as having one point of contact for the whole IPTV, OTT, or hybrid project. We have our footprint globally. We are now present in around 45 countries worldwide through our partner networks and direct client acquisitions. And we have a team of around highly professionals, around 50 employees. What the fuck? Now, one of the biggest advantages of Beenius IPTV platform is that we can serve any type of ecosystem from the same backend server solution. So the solution consists of backend server, so backend application management server, that serves different types of ecosystems. We can either serve IPTV, OTT, or DAB hybrid environment from the same management system, enabling operators to cut down on the maintenance cost and enabling them to serve clients from any parts of ecosystems. Of course, our solution can be deployed on premises or solution-based, which is called Nubuli. This is our own software as a service platform. Beenius supports basically all the most important media devices. As mentioned before, we started off as a pioneer with SVG graphic interface on Linux. And nowadays, we are well known for our Android platform. We are basically one of the early adopters of Android platform. Of course, all running from the same server I mentioned before, meaning that you can go with traditional IPTV service, and on top of that, start offering Android-based solutions. Now, when it comes to Android, we have 2 flavors of the so-called Android solutions. One is Google TV certified solution, and the other one based on Google open source solution. We also support mobile devices for iOS and Android, and of course, Chromecast support. Basically, by covering all the devices, all the media devices, we also support different business models. Now, since OTT is on the rise, and we are not really talking about traditional IPTV projects anymore, most of them are either hybrid or pure OTT projects, we're going to tackle this presentation from 2 perspectives. So what is the key, or how to successfully launch OTT projects, and what are the most important factors? I usually start from 2 perspectives. One is the perspective from the service providers, and the other, the consumer or the viewer of OTT service. Now, for the service provider, the most important first step is to define the market and the business model. By that, I mean what kind of content they are going to offer. What is their demographics groups of subscribers they're going to target? What is the content, the services, the devices that they're going to offer? All this and choosing the right ecosystem, the utilization of the proper technology, and having reliable system integrator that actually can consult with the client and offer proper technology is the key to success of OTT project. Uh, of course, ending all this with efficient support, analytics, and monitoring system to assure proper video quality. Now, that being said, video quality and fast video start is the most important part from the consumer point of view. Minimum buffering time is a must, and more than 85% of interviewers confirmed that this is the most important part to success of the OTT service. The second, of course, very compelling supreme user interface and content discovery. Since we have lots of sources of content these days, content discovery and being able to access the information with just a single click are very important. Easy sign-on and single sign-on is becoming a must because of the different business models that we are offering. Operators can today offer subscription, prepaid, postpaid, and even freemium business models, meaning customer can access some type of services free by simply using their social accounts to log in. And at the end, of course, easy to use billing and flexible sign-on terms. By that I mean that since there are so many OTT services available for the end users, we have to make sure we have a really nice and good sign-on terms to attract the customers. Now, Beenius as a system integrator assures any type of telco-grade solutions to our customers. We consult with the customer and find best breed technology that's going to suit their business model and cover business needs in order to bring their service to the next level. Now let's have a look at the feature point of view. Again, we're going to divide those two, the ones that help operator to manage the systems and the ones that are monetizing factors for the operators. So the features that operators can actually earn from. Now from the management perspective, Beenius is a multi-operator platform, meaning that multiple operators or a wholesaler can divide services to different sub-operators, meaning they can physically share the same platform and this way cut down the maintenance cost. Multi-region platform allows operator to have different types of services branding across different regions. We have extensive TV commerce model, or with other words, flexible purchase options that are allowing operator to apply any commercial model through our management system and enabling customer to buy anything or almost anything across any device they offer. We already mentioned multi-access. We have multi-screen solution because nowadays content is being consumed on all of the devices. I already mentioned Linux and Android. And of course, very important nowadays, personalizations and recommendations. On the backend system, we have, I would say, very robust backend, where operator has all the functionality that needs to operate the service. By that, I mean subscriptions, packages, price list, customer service, content management. We have our own recommendations, user statistics to track what users are watching, when they're watching the content, and so on. And basically, from the end user perspective, or the monetizers, are the ones that I highlighted on the slides. Of course, we've been in business from 2007. So we had long list of features that were developed in order to kind of increase added value for our customers. But finally, we come up to the conclusion that these are the most important features that are going to bring additional value and ARPU per subscriber. Recommendations, catch-up TV, uh, flexible purchase options, advertising not only through the set-top boxes but also through mobile devices, video on demand as a traditional VOD or VOD from other sources, and of course EPG. We all know that live TV consuming experience have changed throughout the years with all the new technology. But great content is still the king. So content is definitely one of the most important factors when we're going to choose how and what to launch for our subscribers. Even though customers or majority thinks that live TV is declining, it's basically just shifting the view how TV is consumed with delivery of new services such as on-demand TV, getting on-demand content from different sources, catch-up TV, of course, change the view how TV is experienced, but live TV is still watched for live TV events, news, definitely sport events. So, and all this will definitely keep live TV as one of the big factors. Network PVR, of course, changed the world, mostly upgraded from local PVR. I'd say that we don't really need to lose a lot of conversation on network PVR. I just say that Beenius supports full PVR functionality, so catch-up TV, viewing in the past, start over, scheduling recordings for single asset or recording of the whole series, pause and resume, and even instant recording. I already mentioned that we are getting content from different sources, and this is nowadays becoming very important. Now, how to include all that content within the platform is, of course, depends on the operator's choices. In our case, we can integrate third-party content throughout different scenarios. In this case, I pointed out search, which is not working only through live TV, catch-up TV, and VOD, but also through third-party sources such as YouTube. To prove my point, I'm not going to really go really deep into the statistics, but just wanted to emphasize that basically streaming on-demand video from third-party sources is becoming very, very important to keep and log the customer in front of the TV. YouTube is basically a perfect example. End screen is not really a buzzword anymore. It's a must, and operators will have to invest and make that available for the customers, because if you just look at one number, from 2012, the increase of consumer watching online TV through their smartphones increased for 71%. And this is what operators should definitely look into it. Again, it of course depends on demographics. While younger audience is switching their focus to the portable devices, mobiles, laptops, the older audience still uses TV as a main screen within the household. Traditional VOD is becoming maybe, well, less important is really not the right word, because VOD or on-demand watching is increasing rapidly, but nowadays very important for every operator is to have a platform that enables options to integrate third-party sources such as third-party VOD systems of HBO, Netflix, and so on. And Beenius platforms enables all that. And this is, again, just one proof that we went from 3 hours of consuming on-demand content to more than 6 hours in 2015, which is quite a big increase in the on-demand content consumption. All that, of course, will not work without really flexible purchase options. And Beenius is very flexible when it comes to enabling operator to sell almost anything throughout any of the devices. So regardless of the device, either mobile, set-top box, you can buy almost anything your operator will provide. Now, business model has to allow subscribers to be flexible. they need to be able to buy the content via any device, and that's a fact. Now, with Beenius, we have a really flexible model, allowing customers, for example, on the VOD section, to really play around with their purchase options. They can apply one-to-one commercial model they are marketing on the website through the Beenius interfaces and management system. Meaning, you can play around with different rental periods for the same movie. Movie variants, so in SD, HD quality, different audios, different price tags, commercials with or without, VOD with or without commercials. All that is being supported and easily managed throughout the Beenius system. Advertising is becoming more and more important, mostly or especially for the second screen devices. We have reached almost $1 billion in mobile ads on the TV ads, and that's why systems like ad insertions are very important, especially if we are introducing new types of business models, such as freemium model, for example. We all know that freemium model allowing customer to access some type of content without any constraints, simply logging in with their social accounts, is a must these days. And with this in mind, operators need to integrate or have to integrate some kind of ad insertion engines to bring in the money or the revenue from the ads for the applications that they're offering and the content that they're offering for free. The quote on the screen actually says it all. Customers are really spoiled for media choices, so any kind of barriers of connecting to the system is going to bring them away to the next available service. Before we finish off, I would like to talk a little bit about the recommendations, or more specifically about personalized recommendations. Personalization is the key factor when it comes to content discovery. If you want to really have the service that's going to log the customer in front of the TV, we do need to kind of push the content their ways. We have hundreds of channels in our packages, and basically statistics show that users are more or less watching top 20 channels. They really cherry pick the content they're going to watch. And that's why with the proper recommendation system, not only that they're pushing the content, but learning in the background what consumer is watching, at what time, for how long time. These are the important factors that are enabling and helping operator to serve the proper content or the relevant content to the subscriber. So just to summarize, with all the features that we discussed at this show, and the right system integrator knowledge and consulting, operator will definitely be able to offer top service OTT project. Now, unfortunately, we do not have time for any demos, so I would like to invite you all at Beenius booth. It's just around the entrance. It's C30, and yeah, thank you for being present here, and please stop by our booth and see how all this works in action. Thank you.